So at the very beginning of this episode, Natalie ended up gathering up some of the ladies to go to brunch, and she specifically chose the ones that she knew had issues with each other, claiming that the reason why she got them together was because she wanted them to talk out whatever issues that they have or fight out whatever issues that they have, because she doesn't want any fighting when they get on the road and start going to bookings. But that's obviously a lie. Natalie loves the drama, and she knew that she wanted to get these girls together because she knew they were going to fight, and she knew that it was going to get ratings for her show. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. It was actually smart on her part, but at the end of the day, I just don't understand why she's lying about the reason why she got these girls together. Now, it was only Natalie, Vicky, Scottie, T, and Mariah Lynn that was at this brunch, and then Anna Mac ended up showing up. Now, Anna Mac didn't even have a chance to fully get up the stairs before Scottie started running at her, and the reason why Scottie ran at Anna Mac is because apparently Anna Mac and Scottie have been going at each other on social media. According to Natalie and Scottie, Anna was the one who started the beef between the two of them, but I don't know if it's true or not because I didn't pay attention to the beef that they had online. Honestly, I didn't even know that Scottie had beef with anybody, but she ended up running up on Anna as soon as Anna walked into the restaurant, and the two of them started fighting. Now, the first time they started fighting, they didn't really get to fight that much because security broke them up pretty quickly, and they were swinging on each other, but they weren't really connecting at first, and Scottie tried to throw a kick, something she obviously took from Natalie, and I don't know why she took kicking from Natalie because that doesn't work out in Natalie's favor either. Now, at one point during this fight, Anna ended up climbing up on the couch, and she ended up hopping up in the air, and she landed on top of Scottie. Scottie fell on the floor, and Anna was just beating on her while she was on the floor. And listen, I do think that, Scottie held her own at some points during this fight, but in my opinion, Anna got the best of Scottie, and Scottie just would not let it go. She wanted to fight again, so they fought another round, and then Scottie kind of got beat up a little bit some more, and then she ran up on Anna once again, even though security and Natalie were trying to calm Scottie down. Scottie just would not calm down at all. Her wig was snatched off. She had a little bit of redness on her face, maybe a couple scratches on her face. I don't know, but she definitely kept wanting to fight Anna again, and I just don't understand why she kept wanting to fight these rounds because she wasn't really getting anywhere with fighting Anna at this point. Now, Natalie is super, super fake because one minute she was over there telling Scottie that she did her big one. Then she goes over to Anna Mac trying to calm her down, and she tells Anna that she did her big one. And then as soon as Anna ended up walking out of the restaurant, because at the end of the day, Anna says that she does have asthma and that her asthma was acting up, so she didn't want to fight another round with Scottie. Vicky started running her mouth at the table about this situation, and I don't understand why she was running her mouth because apparently she's scary. She didn't come on there to fight. She was flinching the entire time the girls were fighting each other, and she's there basically trying to spread the word of God. I don't know why she was casted for this season, but she was casted nonetheless. After Anna ended up leaving, that's when Natalie and the rest of the girls who were at the brunch ended up talking about the fact that she used her asthma as an excuse not to fight another round with Scottie. But my thing is, she's not scared of Scottie. She fought 4 rounds with Scottie, and in my opinion, she got the better of Scottie in all 4 rounds. Why the hell does she have to fight a 5th round with this girl and she keeps beating her up? At this point, Scottie needs to just give it up. And my thing is, I don't even have a problem with Scottie. I actually like her because she seems like a girl's girl. She seems like you can hang out with her, have a good time. There's not going to be no fighting or no drama. And I just don't understand why she feels like she has to become a fighter because everybody's always talking about how boring she is. And my thing is, if you're not a fighter, stand by that. I can understand if you fight because you have to fight or somebody's disrespecting you in your face. But if you're not a fighter, stop trying to pretend to be. Obviously, Anna is a fighter. Scottie's not. And I just wish that Scottie didn't feel like she had to become this person just because she wanted to be able to be accepted by fans. And for Natalie to keep putting her on the show, she has to be more exciting. And for some reason, fighting is exciting to a lot of people. But I think you need a few girls on the show who are not fighters. Even Bad Girls Club had girls on the show that never fought. Natalie tells the girls that Smiley is on her way and she's the last girl who's going to be joining them at brunch, and obviously Mariah Lynn gets prepared because she knows that her and Smiley have beef with each other. Smiley is one of the girls who was at the auditions, and she ended up attacking Mariah Lynn's younger sister, and so her and Mariah Lynn ended up having some beef. The two of them fought with each other, and Smiley ended up snatching Mariah Lynn's chain. Mariah Lynn said that the chain was fake anyway, it just had a real pendant on it, so the two of them have some ongoing beef with each other. Smiley ends up showing up dressed in all black from head to toe. She's wearing a sweatsuit with sneakers on. She has her hood on, tied real tight because she doesn't want her hair to get pulled. And as soon as she walks in, her and Mariah Lynn start fighting. Now, they don't really fight the first time. Mariah Lynn gets prepared to fight, and that's when Smiley ended up snatching Mariah's wig off, which I thought was lame because it's like, you don't fight to snatch somebody's wig off. I'm not saying hair pulling is not a part of fighting, because when women fight, the odds are you're going to pull somebody's hair because you're trying to get control of them in the fight. You're trying to get the upper hand. So I'm not one of those people who say that hair pulling is not a part of fighting. But I just thought it was stupid that all she did was go up to Mariah Lynn and snatch her wig off her head. Now, they end up going for a second round because they start throwing all the shots that are on the table at each other. And so the two of them start fighting again. And this time it was a real fight. And when they got pulled apart from each other, Mariah Lynn's face was scratched up. I mean, she was all red with scratches all over her face and neck and chest. And I thought that was crazy because it's like, why are you scratching this girl up? Like, she definitely scratched Mariah Lynn up on purpose. It was not because of them fighting. She was purposely trying to scratch that girl's face up, and that's crazy to me. That's why you got to be careful when you fight people, because they'll try to mess up your face or your hair in a fight on purpose. The fighting between the two of them did not stop there because they ended up going another round, and this time they were both scratching each other because when they got pulled apart, Smiley was pissed off because her face got scratched up by Mariah Lynn. And so listen, you scratched up Mariah's face first. She scratched up Mariah's face, neck, and chest, so Mariah Lynn ended up getting her back, and rightfully so, because you're not going to scratch my face up, try to mess my face up, and then you walk out looking like nothing happened to you. Absolutely not. So I can understand why Mariah Lynn did what she did, but the security and Natalie told them that they can't fight no more because they just were scratching each other up too much, and that's a little bit too dangerous because you can end up like scratching somebody's eyeball, and that could be really, really dangerous. So they had to stop the two of them from fighting. Mariah Lynn starts yelling, going off about how she doesn't understand why Natalie ended up casting Smiley, because Smiley is obviously a crazy fan because she got Natalie's name tattooed on her, and Mariah Lynn basically feels like randoms should not be casted for the show. But I completely disagree with Mariah Lynn because we don't just want to see people that are already known and already have a following on the show. We want to see girls that are unknown get their opportunity, and my thing is that's what made Bad Girls Club so successful, because it wasn't the same girls every single season. It was different girls and girls who were unknown. We didn't know these girls on Bad Girls Club, but we became familiar with them because of them on the show. So I don't agree with her by saying that Natalie should not be casting randoms to be on the show. I just don't agree with that at all. After all the fighting went down at the brunch, that's when Natalie tells the girls that they need to get themselves together because they have to go do the promo shoot for the season. And that's when they end up showing what's going down at the photo shoot. Now, Camilla and Rolly are the first ones there. Rolly already has her hair and makeup done, and Camilla is sitting in the chair getting her hair and makeup done. And that's when Sky and Saya end up joining them, and they're all getting along with each other, getting to know one another. I thought the vibe between the four of them was really cool because you don't always have to see fighting on the show. You can see the girls having a good time and getting along with each other, and that's cool too. During this conversation between the four of them, they end up asking Camila what her beef with Natalie is about, and she basically tells them that they've been beefing with each other since season 13 of the Bad Girls Club. That was the redemption season where you brought back girls from previous seasons so that they can redeem themselves. And basically she said that her and Natalie had gotten into a really heated argument right before Red and Natalie got into that fight, where Red ended up biting Natalie, and both Red and Natalie ended up getting sent home. Natalie ends up showing up to the photo shoot with a bunch of security. Her hair was tied up, and she ends up going up to Sky and giving her a big hug. Now, Natalie is smiling in Camila's direction, so Camila's standing up smiling at Natalie because I'm thinking she thinks it's going to be cool with them at first. But no, Natalie ended up taking a drink and throwing it in Camila's face, and then she starts charging towards Camila, and she starts swinging. The two of them are swinging, but they're kind of missing, and, you know, Camila ends up tripping because security kind of makes her fall, and so the two of them are fighting with each other on the couch. The security are between the two of them though. Natalie reaches over and she punches Camila, and that's the reason why she has like a red spot on her forehead. I don't know if it was a knot or just a red spot, but Natalie did hit her that one time that I did see when Camila ended up falling on the couch because of security. they end up standing up and they end up yelling back and forth at each other, and then they start fighting again. And I believe, in my opinion, from what I saw in the second round, I do feel like Camila got the best of Natalie, and that's because Natalie wasn't able to catch her off guard this time. Now, I'm not one of those people who think that Camila is the best fighter on the show, because honestly, I feel like she fought people on the show that couldn't really fight, and that's the reason why she was able to win all of those fights. I don't think she's the best fighter on the show, but I do like Camila, and I like the fact that she defends herself and she's not scared to fight, because in my opinion, you don't have to be the best fighter as long as you're not scared to fight if you have to fight. Now, the second fight ends up getting broken up by security, and they're yelling and screaming at each other, and then all of a sudden they start fighting again for round 3. Now, this round, neither one of them were connecting any of their hits, in my opinion, from what I was able to see. They were swinging at each other, but they were not connecting at all. Maybe because they were tired from the first 2 rounds, or maybe because security was in their way, but it just was not a good third round for the two of them. But as a Bad Girls Club fan, watching the drama between the two of them over the years and seeing them start a beef with each other in season 13, it was nice to actually see them close the chapter on their beef in this episode of the show, because at the end of the day, you are able to see, the outcome of all the beef that they had over the years. After Camilla and Natalie's third and final fight gets broken up, the two of them are having a back and forth with each other, because since they fought 3 times, now Natalie is telling Camilla that they can sit down and have a conversation. But Camilla is upset at first, and she's saying that she's not going to sit down and have a conversation with Natalie, and basically she was ready to fight again, because I don't think she was expecting Natalie to come in as hot as she came in. I really don't think, based on what she was saying to Saya, Rolly, and Sky before Natalie walked in, I don't believe that, she thought they were going to fight right then and there. I think she knew that at some point they were going to fight. I just don't think that she thought it was going to happen at the moment that it happened. And so I feel like that's why she was pissed off and she was ready to fight again. And at that point, she didn't want to sit down and have a conversation with Natalie. So at the very end of this episode, Natalie and Camila were able to calm down and put their differences aside and sit down and have a one-on-one conversation that actually ended up going well. They did admit that they do still have a little bit of a problem with each other, but they're willing to put it aside to get this money together, because they both have children that they have to take care of. And I'm not mad at that. Honestly, I wasn't even mad at them hugging at the end, because the drama between the two of them is based off of something that happened years ago on BGC 13. And I feel like the reason why they were beefing to begin with is because of the fans, because some BGC fans cannot let go of the past, and they like to stir up drama between people who had issues in the past because they want to see how it's going to turn out now. And so I feel like that's what the fans were doing, kind of stirring up drama between the two of them, and they were taking the bait. But now we were able to see the two of them fight and, make up with each other, and now I'm over the drama between the two of them. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Baddies East. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.